The U.S. elections, the Democratic Party in the United States has begun its first ever virtual four-day convention for the formal process of nominating Joe Biden as its candidate for president. The convention began without crowds, fanfare, balloons like earlier due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Speakers will be from different locations across the country. Former First Lady Michelle Obama, Bernie Sanders have addressed the crowds virtually. They slammed Trump for his divisive stand. Other Democrats like Hillary Clinton, anti-Trump Republican like former Ohio Governor John Kasich will deliver speeches as well. Meanwhile, Donald Trump took a dig at Democratic speakers, saying that their speeches are taped. Republicans too will meet from August 24th to 27th in Charlotte, North Carolina, to nominate President Donald Trump for a second term.
When my husband left office with Joe Biden at his side, we had a record-breaking stretch of job creation. We'd secured the right to health care for 20 million people. We were respected around the world, rallying our allies to confront climate change. And our leaders had worked hand in hand with scientists to help prevent an Ebola outbreak from becoming a global pandemic. 4 years later, the state of this nation is very different. More than 150,000 people have died, and our economy is in shambles because of a virus that this president downplayed for too long. It has left millions of people jobless. Too many have lost their health care. Too many are struggling to take care of basic necessities like food and rent. Too many communities have been left in the lurch to grapple with whether and how to open our schools safely. Whenever we look to this White House for some leadership or consolation or any semblance of steadiness, what we get instead is chaos, division, and a total and utter lack of empathy.
Let's quickly cut across to Pratiksha joining us live from New York. Pratiksha, take us through the Democratic Convention that's begun, a four-day process where all of them are coming together, all the Democrats speaking. Michelle Obama, we heard, taking a dig at Donald Trump. And this is the stage set in the run-up to the United States elections coming forward in just about 2 months' time. What's the excitement like? What's the sentiment on ground? Take us through.
That's right, Nabila. The U.S. election season has kicked off today in a way by we just had the first day of the Democratic National Convention, which concluded just a while ago. And without doubt, the star speaker was former First Lady Michelle Obama, who's known to be a great orator, who's known to make impassioned speeches, which really enthuses the Democratic voter base. And she did that again today. She made a really impassioned plea for Joe Biden's presidency. She said that she knows Joe Biden from his time as her husband's vice president. She called him a decent man. She said, vote for him like your life depends on him. She launched a scathing attack on President Donald Trump, accusing him of completely botching up the response to COVID-19 pandemic, because of which over 170,000 Americans have lost their lives. That's 170,000 Americans have lost their lives so far. And that has actually been a big pitch from the Democratic side. They have constantly been accusing President Trump of mismanaging the pandemic, of letting so many lives be lost in vain. Apart from that, apart from Michelle Obama, there were other star speakers as well, including Senator Bernie Sanders, who's also known to enthuse Democratic bases. But one thing, like you said, Nabila, earlier, that was lacking was that this convention was all virtual. It was all online because of the pandemic. And that is a bit of a damper because, there are no live crowds, there are no balloons, there are no confettis. So it remains to be seen whether this will equally enthuse the base.
Absolutely, Pratiksha. Thank you very much. Like you said, all virtual, considering US is one of the worst hit COVID-19 countries in the world. We're looking at this being one of the main reasons why Donald Trump is receiving quite some negative sentiments even in the primaries there. Thank you very much, Pratiksha, for joining us with those details. Now, let's take a quick look at a listen there to Trump, who took a dig at the Democratic convention, saying that their address were all recorded. Take a listen.
Democrats are promising to elevate their left-wing war on cops and to bring it up to the White House in the form of sleepy Joe Biden. I don't think that's going to work. You know, I noticed at their convention tonight, these are all taped speeches. Michelle Obama, her speech is taped. Why don't they tell me that? I'll tape my speech. Next week I'll tape it. It's a lot easier. I'll make sure it's perfecto. Every word will be perfect. If I don't do it, I'll give it 5 or 6 goes. I'll say, pick the best one. What is this? They're taping their speeches. I just learned that her speech is taped and that most of them are taped. I don't know. We'll have to speak to Republican leadership and say, let's tape those speeches. You want to go to a snooze? You know, when you hear a speech is taped, it's like there's nothing very exciting about it, right?